Every plumber needs to know the acronym E.E.A.T if they want to get more leads and get organic. I'm going to tell you what it is and why it's important. So it stands for experience, expertise, authority, and trust. It would take the place of what you know of SEO, which stood for search engine optimization. I don't think SEO is a bad term or anything. I'd rather hit it from what Google coined as E.E.A.T because it gives you a better understanding of a digital brand. Now, I will tell you that I think Google made a mistake without adding one thing, because I would have called it E.E.U.E or E.E.U or something, because it was user interface, so the user experience. So you need signals of experience, expertise, authority, and trust combined with a great user experience, and then you'll deserve to show up in search ranking and be trusted to show up in search ranking. So I'll stop and say you're a digital brand. You've got to get it through your head. It frustrates me at how little this is understood. You know, I'm an entrepreneur. I started in contracting. I was from a contracting family largely. And you're a digital brand and a marketing machine first. You've got to get the phone to ring. I'm tired all the time now at 52 because I'm busy all the time. And it's so much better. I talked to a plumber the other day who's at home stressing. Would you rather be home stressing about leads or tired and worn out because you're busy? I mean, the anxiety of no business is way worse than the whooping of being busy. It's just better. It's satisfying being tired when you're whooping it and making money. It's just great. If you don't have, so everything in your business, in my opinion, I view everything from a marketing lens, and really nothing else matters if the phone doesn't ring. And so all these signals are vital. And then if you don't really accept the fact that you're a digital brand and need to send these signals out to Google, ChatGPT, Grok, and AI, you're not going to show up well. You're going to be basically like pawning the paycheck for a lead. I have a few analogies I use for this. Would you rather buy 100 oranges, at market rate per month to keep fed, or would you rather plant an orange tree and have 400 oranges and make marmalade and orange juice and have more than you need for like a tenth of the cost? I mean, that is the difference between buying a lead and producing a brand that deserves to show up high in Google search, that deserves to show up high in Google organic, that deserves to show up in ChatGPT and AI and Grok and Gemini. And so here's what these signals are. Yes, it's your reviews, but I talked to a guy today, and this is some of the frustrating conversations I had. His website was broken. And I think most people know enough to know, it's like, well, if I have a Google map and there's a website button and that's broken, I'm not a good user experience. Now, it's easier for you to understand it when I explain it very easily, and I have done this for 15 years. But yeah, if someone comes to your web presence and it's a poor experience, Google's not going to show you as well. This guy's website had been broken 1 year in a primary good market with 95 reviews. And he called me because he wasn't getting any calls. I tell him that we need to do all these things, and he says, well, can't we just do the SEO part of it? Can't we just do the Google map part of it? And I said, well, that is part of it. That's the whole thing combined. So some of the most basic things need to be done at the best quality level. Some of the best things in life is simple stuff, but done the best. So your brand needs to be like that. Is a website simple? It can be, but it needs to be great. It needs to be a website that is great, that has all your services represented. And then it needs to be tended to and coded well. Somebody lands there, it's a good user experience. Google sees the code is clean, and the navigation is great. If they're looking for a tankless water heater, I got a page for it. You want to show up on mapping on tankless water heaters, but guess what? They're not gonna show you on the mapping, because if somebody goes to the map, half those people go to the website. They go to the website, you don't have a good user experience, nor do they even really know you do it. Tankless water heaters. So all these things intertwine. All these signals are being pulled, not just from the website, but data pins. So you go, oh, he's doing more than 95 reviews. In fact, he's done 1,000 jobs, and he worked on front yard line leaks and Renai tankless water heaters and ice maker shutoff valves and whole house repiping with PEX. Man, he does it all. He does grinder pumps, lift station pumps, water softeners. We didn't even know he did all this stuff. And it's in such a great format. man, this is great to show people. Really trust this guy. This plumber's all right. I like his signs of experience, expertise, authority, and trust. He's talking about his stuff. He's not trying to cheat us with blogs that AI wrote that nobody in their right mind wants to read. That'll get you a penalty. So you can't just fly off the handle and say, give me blogs and do this and that. Somebody called saying they're going to do this and that to the site and everything else, and they started demanding city pages. Well, city pages will get you a penalty. Yes, I know you want to show up outside of your market. That's what a data pin is. It can read the geo-coordinate. It looks like a red pin drop on the map to you. Description of what happens, rewritten with AI on data pins with some photos. The photos are unique content. What you wrote's rewritten with AI with 2 clean sentences and then a geo-coordinate on a red pin drop on a map, but it looks like digital hand raises to Google. We were here doing this. Data pins sent them a text and email. They could have left us a Google or BBB or Facebook review, but they don't 9 times out of 10. But we did this job and I'd like credit for it. And not only would I like credit for it, I gave it to you in a good user format. My tankless water heater page has 100 verifications of them. Here's where they were. I validated this work in the service market. And did you know I work on all these parts and brands? That's great content. It's great signals of E.E.A.T. The whole thing together, guys, is what it is. You're a digital brand. If you just understand this, if I could help society with one thing, with my little piece of what I do in the world, it would be for people to understand this, for our company to help you with it, for you to have phenomenal returns off of it, to have daily call volume, to drive the cost of leads down 90%, and to be able to grow trucks. And even if you make mistakes, like I have too, on overhead or bad person working, economy gets bad, the phone rings and you recover quickly and you earn a profit and get to live out your dreams and all this stuff. I love it. And anybody that does this and sets down this path can and will get up in ranking, because they're not going to pick the cruddy site. So the site I just explained to you, with all these signals firing off from data pins, yes, we're still doing citation, links, domain authority, work on your GBP and what you think of as SEO, but not the cheater parts of it. Endless links out of Mumbai, blogs that nobody in their right mind wants to read. Those are penalties nowadays. But you take the site I just described to you, and you compare it to someone else that has none of this or very little, cruddy little website. They try to get reviews. Why didn't it work? Well, you got a basic website and your website's broken. You got 95 reviews. It didn't work. You want to show up and make millions? I mean, the trade-off for it, to really say, hey, that entity isn't trying to hurt me, Google or ChatGPT. They want to look good as a search algorithm. I'm going to make them look good. I'm going to signal well. I'm going to be sending them signals of experience, expertise, authority, and trust. Other brand signals, they even do more than that, data pins. I'm going to provide them with a great user experience without any old cheating, spamming, black hat SEO tactics that people used 5-10 years ago. Done this for 15 years with a team out of Fort Worth, Texas. We own the digital marketing agencies and the software. It's not white label. It's not trash. Done it a long time. Love to hear from you. Give us a call when you're ready.